What's going on, guys? We're back with more of building a cat photo app on FreeCodeCamp, and we're just gonna resume the project. Use list item li elements to create items in a list. Here's an example of list items in an unordered list. Within the ul element, nest 3 list items to display 3 things cats love. Okay, so we need to go li and catnip. We need to li laser pointers and li lasagna. Do cats really be liking lasagna like that? Alright, congratulations, your code passes. Submit your code to continue. After the unordered list, add a new image with a source attribute value set to this right here. After the unordered list, we're going to do image oh no. Add a new image source. Equals, paste that in there. And its alt attribute should be on, a slice of lasagna on a plate. Okay, and let's close it. I didn't really know cats like lasagna, but moving on. The figure element represents self-contained content and will allow you to associate an image with a caption. Nest the image you just added within a figure element. So we need to do figure. Is that correct? It is. A figure caption, fig caption element is used to add a caption to describe the image contained within the figure element. For example, fig caption, a cute cat, fig caption adds the caption, a cute cat. After the image nested in the figure element, add a fig caption element with text set to. Alright, so we're going to do fig caption. Cats love lasagna. And I put it down there. Cool. Alright, emphasize the word love in the fig caption element by wrapping it in an emphasis element. So did that? Yep, it did. After the figure element, add another H3 element. With the text, top 3 things cats hate. And let's close it. Alright. The code for an unordered list, OL, is similar to an unordered list, but list items in an ordered list are numbered when displayed. After the second section element's last H3 element, add an ordered list with these 3 items. So we're going to do ordered list. Do I need to do ordered list, flea, treatment, thunder, other cats? I don't think that's how we do it. We're going to do /OL. Yeah, that's not how you do it. So we're going to do OL, and then go down here, LI, close it. Yep, that put it in numerical order. I mean, in numerical order. It numbered it. There we go. Check your code. Awesome. After the ordered list, add another figure element. Figure / figure. Alright. And inside the figure element, you just added nest an image element with source attributes. Copy and paste this. Copy and paste. Oh, look at all those cute kitties. To improve accessibility of the image you just added, add an alt attribute with the text 5 cats looking alt equals 5 looking around a field. Okay. After the last image element, add a fig caption element. So we're going to do fig caption, and we're going to say cats hate other cats. Congratulations. The strong element is used to indicate that some text is of a strong importance or urgent. In the fig caption you just added, indicate that hate is of strong importance by wrapping it in a strong element. Okay. And it bolded it. Alright, it's time to add a new section. Add a third section element below the second section. Element below the second one, so that's one, that's wait a minute, one, this is two, okay, so I guess here. I don't know why I didn't just say at the end. Below the second. Okay. Inside the third section element, add an H2 element. H2 with text cat form. Let's close our H2 element. Check our code. Submit and go to next challenge. Now you will add a web form to collect information from users. After the cat form heading, add a form element. So we're going to do form and close it. Alright. The action attribute indicates where form data should be sent. For example, form action / submit URL form tells the browser that the form data should be sent to the path / submit URL. Add an action attribute. So we're going to do form action. I don't think that's right. I think I need to do form action equals form action, add an action attribute with the value https dot / free cat photo app.com / submit cat photo to the form element. So form action equals I don't think that's right. It's not right. Form action equals / submit, and then we do the URL. I need to undo that. Restart, reset. Okay. So we need to do form action equals / submit minus https://free catphotoapp.com/submit cat photo. So the form element, I don't know if that's right, but we're going to see. No. Your form element should have an action attribute with the value. Yeah, I think I'm messing this up here. Yes, that's exactly what I was doing. Okay. The input element allows you several ways to collect data from a web form, like image elements. Input elements are self-closing and do not need closing tags. Nest an input element in the form element. So in here, we're going to do input. Okay. There are many kinds of inputs you can create using the type attribute. You can easily create a password field, reset button, or a control to let users select a file from their computer. Create a text field to get input from a user by adding the input type with the value text. That's not right. Although you have set the input element's type attribute to text, it's recommended to always surround the value with quotation marks. So, text. Okay. In order for a form's data to be accessed by the location specified in the action attribute, you must give the text field a name attribute and assign it a value to represent the data being submitted. For example, you could use the following syntax for an email address text field. So input type text, and then we need to put name equals cat photo URL. Check. Nice. Placeholder text is used to give people a hint about what kind of information to enter into an input. For example, input type equals text placeholder equals email address. Add the placeholder text cat photo URL to your input element. So we need to put here, we need to put input type text placeholder equals cat photo URL, and that put it right in. That's awesome. Alright, submit and go to next challenge. To prevent a user from submitting your form when required information is missing, you need to add the required attribute to an input element. There is no need to set a value to the required attribute. Instead, just add the word required to the input element, making sure there is space between it and other attributes. So the input, we're going to put required. Okay. Use the button element to create a clickable button. For example, button click here creates a button with the text click here. Add a button element with the text submit below the input element. So we're going to do button with the text submit. We should make that capitalized /button. And it added our button. Even though you added your button below the text input, they appear next to each other on the page. That's because both input and button elements are inline elements which don't appear on new lines. The button you added will submit the form by default. However, relying on button behavior may cause confusion. Add the type attribute with the value submit to the button to make it clear that it is a submit button. Alright, so button type equals submit. Okay. You can use radio buttons for questions where you only want one answer out of multiple options. Here's an example of a radio button with the option cat, input type radio cat. Remember that input elements are self-closing before the text input. Before the text input, add a radio button with the option set as indoor. Before the text input. Okay, so before this, we want to do add a radio button. So we're going to do input type equals radio indoor. That's not right. Well, it is there, but that's still not right. Let's see. I think we need to do this. Radio slash input. No, inputs are self-closing, so that's not right. That does not look right. It was right. It didn't look right. I feel like this we don't need. Yeah, that took that away. Label elements are used to help associate the text for an input element with the input element itself, especially for assistive technologies like screen readers. For example, label input type radio cat label makes it so clicking the word cat also selects the corresponding radio button. Nest your radio button inside a label element. Where's our radio button? Form action, cat form. Oh, it's right there. Duh. Alright, so nest this inside of a label element. So label. And then slash label. No. Nest your radio button inside of a label element. Label. Maybe it likes it to be like this. And then we'll do like that and get rid of this and that. Okay, perfect. The ID attribute is used to identify specific HTML elements. Each ID attribute's value must be unique from all other ID values for the entire page. Add an ID attribute with the value indoor to the radio button. Alright, so input type radio, and then that's the what it says, and then we're going to do ID equals indoor. That's not right. That is not right. Add an ID attribute with the value indoor to the radio button. Input type radio. Indoor. And these are self-closing, so input ID equals indoor. Is that better? Yep, that was perfect. Okay. Submit and go next challenge. Create another radio button below the first one. Nest it inside a label element with outdoor as a label. Give the radio button an ID attribute with outdoor as the value. Alright, so this one should pretty much be the exact same, except for equals outdoor. I'm going to change input ID type equals radio. And I'm going to do like this and do outdoor label. Close. Indoor, outdoor. Something's wrong. Your new input should have an ID attribute with the value outdoor. It does. Outdoor, indoor, with the ID attribute. Oh, maybe it doesn't like that capital letter. That was it. Alright, notice that both radio buttons can be selected at the same time. Yes. To make it so selecting one radio button automatically deselects the other, both buttons must have a name attribute with the same value. Add the name attribute with the value indoor outdoor to both radio buttons. So we're going to put name equals indoor outdoor. And then do the same thing here. Equals indoor outdoor. And there we go. We can't select the other one. Congratulations. Submit and go to next challenge. Alright, if you select the indoor radio button and submit the form data for the button is based on its name and value attributes. Since your radio buttons do not have a value attribute, the form data will include indoor-outdoor on, which is not useful when you have multiple buttons. Add a value attribute to both radio buttons. For convenience, set the button's value attribute to the same value as its ID attribute. What? So we do value equals indoor. And value equals outdoor. Submit, go to next challenge. The field set element is used to group related inputs and labels together in a web form. Field set elements are block level elements, meaning they appear on a new line. Nest the indoor and outdoor radio buttons within a field set. Okay, so we're going to do this, and we're going to do field set. Don't forget to indent the radio buttons. And then slash field set. Okay, I see. Alright, so we are on exercise 50. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, but I thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!